So this is the site we are auditing. Oop. Dang it. Oh my God, hold on one second.
Sorry.
I always forget to do this. I'm gonna switch my screen resolution. All right.
It's off to this. Oh, you got it.
All right, go ahead.
So, just a little background. It's a new site, new domain. These guys have been in business a while, financial niche, but they've never done any SEO, and they just wanted some information about what route to go from here. It's a very small site. It is not targeting any particular SERPs through keyword research right now. Like I was talking to him, I was like, well, your main focus needs to be content at this point in time. And he was like, well, I don't really see what else I would do as far as content. I've pretty much fleshed it out. Then I started talking about keyword research. You need to learn keyword research and probably start there, as it's the best way to kind of group together a idea that will become the foundation of the asset you're going to build on. So if it's in the financial niche, especially like asset management and stuff like that, then you want to build a topical map of everything under that umbrella and get content going to that. So hypothetical, if it's asset management, then all the specific informational articles you might expect to fall under that. What to look for in somebody that manages money, etc., right? Like all the topics, and you're going to have to go through that, do
Or just go look
some,
at your competitors.
look at your
That's probably where I'd
competitors and see
start.
what they're doing as well. Um, I mean, essentially, if you think as a new business owner that you've got a 5-page site and you've put all the information that you think is pertinent to
And
your
that's it.
business, it's not enough to convey what your business is about, or if it's competitive enough to show up in the top search um, to Google, right? So, like, you need to speak the language that Google speaks, which is a robotic language, right? So we talk about that. Places to start here: keyword research, um, and then really just on-page basics, etc. Right? But those are
Yeah, it
things you
looks like
can
their
move
link
into.
building, they haven't, it looks like none of it was really done themselves.
No, I'm
It
not
just
really
looks
sure
very
what they did.
natural. They got like 12 referring domains.
Right.
And they look like they're, I mean, they're up to like 100 traffic, so it's still really low, but
hmm
it looks like they pretty much got there naturally. It looks like site's been online for almost 3 years now.
Right.
Um, and
And
yeah, they just, this is
for
what happens when normal people build websites, right? They put the
exactly.
website online, they say, this is our business.
Right.
This is everything you need to know about our business. And they don't do any link building. They don't do any content marketing. They don't really beef up the site to
It's
establish
a
a big
business
footprint or
card.
anything. And it just doesn't go anywhere. Exactly. It's a business card website because that's the only way people will ever find this site, essentially. Or if they look up your brand name, maybe. So yeah, like Nick was saying, just content on this thing. You could slowly start building some backlinks to the homepage if you wanted to, just because building your authority takes time. Let's be real. It can take a really long time. And being in the financial niche, definitely better, I would say, to get started sooner rather than later. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't go crazy at this point since the site's so small and everything. You could just kind of start slowly building to the homepage and, like Nick was saying, really focus on just going crazy on content, right? Look up your competitors as a starting place. Just take every single article that your competitors have written and that's your starting point.
Yeah, yeah, because it's like we could get
um,
more complex. You surfer, yada yada, but it's like this person, no SEO reference, right? Like has never watched our
yeah,
show, etc. It's like, where do you start
there's a lot
here?
to learn.
Content. And so what you said about check out your competitors and then basically, rewrite a bunch of the articles that they've got is
And he
a
doesn't even need a tool to do that. He could literally just go to their websites,
yeah.
go to their blog, and be like, oh, they have these like articles on all this stuff, and
hmm
I'm reading this article, and then it links to like their services page. Oh,
Correct.
okay.
Right.
So you just kind of start doing that kind of thing. They don't need to do keyword research too much yet. Just kind of write a similar article, if it's just kind of look at the length or whatever, try to have it kind of somewhat the same length and talk about similar things, try to just cover it, write a very well structured article.
Yeah.
And then you're probably gonna have to learn a little on-page SEO,
He
titles, H tags, that kind of thing. We've got an article on our website, the on-page fundamentals. But, first things first, it's just start getting that content on the site, and then you can go from there and just kind of go and fine tune it and take things one step at a time.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a journey, but
Yeah.
everyone starts somewhere. Like
Yeah.
Pete, if he's still around here somewhere.
Well, and see, the advice was fairly similar in aspects to what I said to this person, which is, SEO is very technical, complex, and it's going to take time, especially if you're new, and especially if you're working on an asset that, feeds your family. Like this is this person's company, right? What I said was focus on kind of, learning, and then fleshing out the content. It's hard to mess both of those things up, right? And yeah, as you get more confident, you can kind of branch out, etc. But you don't need to go crazy. And, especially to people just getting started out learning SEO, I say learn SEO, especially if you don't have like an experimental site you can really mess with without it hurting your livelihood. And then as you're working on that, maybe learn something that's a bit more linear, like ads. Because ads, you can immediately drive traffic with, a little bit less information on how to do it. And then you can kind of tweak things a bit easier. And
It
of
also
course,
takes that money.
yeah, it takes money. But so does SEO. People that think
Well,
SEO, it's like, oh, well, once I get my organic rankings, then I've just got unlimited traffic for free. Name
they
one
could
campaign you've worked on where it's just been that streamlined.
well
Well,
they
I
could
think of one,
go
but
they could go even if they had a 9 to 5, they could basically make a very simple website with a couple categories and just start writing an article every couple days and just go
yeah,
from
but
there,
that's
right?
that's still going to take,
It takes time, but they don't
yeah.
have to necessarily spend anything on it at that point. If they're doing it themselves, at least, we wouldn't want to do that. We wouldn't want to
But this is
write every single
this is
article
a
on the website.
financial,
But
like they're money managers, so their time is worth quite a bit of
yeah,
money, right? So they'd either be buying content or, they
paying
could
a
look at
worker,
spending
maybe
money
one
on
of their
ads.
workers to write something.
Yeah. The older I get, and I didn't start out this way, but the longer I spend in SEO, the more I am privy to say, if you're newer and you're getting started, then learning ads is a good way to go about things too, because you can get pretty good reach with a relatively small budget. And then once SEO kicks in, you can either, kind of offset some of that ad budget, or you've just got both of them working in unison for you. And you're, less liable to get popped by Google giving you an algo update at random, or, Facebook, removing iOS data or something like that, right? Like, so it's just diversification of where you get your traffic from.
I felt like I still definitely lean towards SEO, unless like maybe they were, I don't know, maybe like an e-com shop. I mean, if they're like a business, like this guy's financial, kind of financial services, then I would say
Yeah.
they could probably definitely swing some ads.
Well, right, because like it's like,
Yeah,
they can get phone calls,
immediately. Yeah, and
etc. Versus
and hopefully
like
they have a
they're trying
budget.
to, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. Maybe with like an affiliate site, small budget, etc.
yeah,
Like that wouldn't be their route, right?
yeah,
But especially if you're your own
yeah, and
business,
you're just trying to kind of
you can
figure out how to
accept
make
calls or
money online or
emails.
something.
Yeah,
Maybe not so
yeah.
much then.
Oftentimes that just means getting the traffic to you, right? That's the hardest thing, is how do people find me in this sea of websites that exist even off the SERPs. Now, he did have a couple other questions. One was similar to the first question that we got about foreign TLDs. So they've got it on a .us domain. However, he was asking, should I maybe use the .com instead? And at first I said, it's more so a preference. However, they are trying to attack Latin American SERPs. And when I saw that, I kind of, now in thinking, I maybe change that idea. And what Chris said earlier too, we use a .co, a Colombian domain. A lot of people think it's stands for company, but it
That's what
does
I
not.
thought
And we rank
actually
in the
a
US.
while
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, a lot of people. I just thought it was clean and short, and I've liked using it for a long time. But you know, eh, I think when I look at something like finance, I think boomers a whole lot. And Chris and I have run into conversations with people that are maybe a bit more old fashioned, where they don't trust these other TLDs. They seem sketchy to them. I don't trust nothing but a .com or .net domain. We've actually had a kid our age, say that too. So that might be something worth thinking about too, if you're, you know, trying to build something out like this, especially if you're going after foreign countries. Best to nip it in the bud and go about it from the ground up. Well, if we're going after international SERPs, then maybe .us isn't the best way to go. And since you don't have any backlinking going on really or anything like that, that's cool. Just switch the content over to the .com domain and then 301 that old domain if you want to keep these, 7 or so referring domains going to your asset. But yeah, I think that about covers it. It's just, this is a question from a new business owner looking to funnel traffic, or not new business owner, they're an established business, but new website, trying to, garner traffic. Where do they start out, especially if they're considering SEO? You've got a few different options as you're going through things.
And Flip for Profit says Google Ads will show you lots of unknown search terms to target too. Yep, you can use Google Keyword Planner. Actually, I haven't really used that in a very long time. I haven't been messing with ads myself in a while now. But yeah, you get used to be able to use Google Keyword Planner, and you probably still can to get some nice keyword ideas. I think pretty much all the tools kind of like draw off of that, but I'm not really sure how the other tools work, but it's kind of what I think.
Pete, seeing you in here week after week, like I know you're having a hard time, but it's truly like you're an inspiration to everybody else that shows up or that, is in the group, etc., because it shows that you are actively pursuing the remedy to your business, right? Like to the issue with your business, especially in SEO. So yeah, it's cool seeing that you're in here week after week, day after day, really trying to learn this and, get up and over where you're currently at. So yeah, stay tenacious. We really appreciate people like you, and we're trying to help as best we can get you out of that rut.
And I know, Pete tuning in, a lot of the stuff we're probably saying, it might just kind of sound like gibberish. You might not really completely understand everything that we're talking about, but it's eventually all going to start coming together and making more sense. And you'll eventually see how easy SEO really is. Because I truly believe
Chris and me were apes.
I truly believe SEO is like super easy. It's just, but it took me, there's just so many little things, and it took a while for it all to kind of click. But once it clicks, you're like, oh, I don't know. There's just and you got to roll with the algo updates and whatnot, but there's a lot of stuff that's like super advanced that you don't really need to pay attention to. A lot of like the new buzz or whatever. But SEO itself, content, a well-structured or well-organized website, that with no technical problems, no weird stuff going on, and building quality links really, and the rest is just kind of details. But yeah, good to have you back, Pete. And yeah, good to have you active in the group as well. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Be sure to check the links below for more info on this topic, as well as other cool stuff like SEO case studies, our Facebook community, and our link building services. And like always, please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thanks, and happy ranking.